Welcome to TV on TV. I'm State Representative Tommy Vitolo. Today is Thursday, October 5th. You're watching Brookline Interactive Group, and we have a great show for you today. We've always got a great show for you. Today, we've got an interview with Rebecca Ogbuku, the president of Brookline's Black and Brown Club, and we're going to talk about all the things that B&B is doing to help elevate some folks in our community. But before that, of course, the news. The United States House of Representatives passed a continuing resolution over the weekend, funding the government for 6 weeks, giving them more time to negotiate a 2024 spending bill. That resolution was then immediately passed by the United States Senate and signed by President Biden. All 10 manufacturers selected for the Medicare price negotiations will now be participating, announcing before the October 1st deadline. The companies produce common drugs to treat diabetes, rheumatoid arthritis, and blood thinners, amongst others. For the first time in history, the House of Representatives voted to remove the Speaker of the House. Representative Patrick McHenry of North Carolina will now serve as the acting Speaker while the House votes for a replacement. Massachusetts Attorney General Andrea Campbell announced the creation of the Reproductive Justice Unit, tasked with focusing on protecting access to abortion and therapies that affirm patients' gender choices. Yesterday, the House of Representatives voted overwhelmingly in favor of a pay equity bill. Should it pass the Senate and be signed by the governor, this bill would require larger companies to publish pay scales and ranges for both current and prospective employees, and is expected to help women and people of color successfully negotiate for increased pay in line with the value of their labor. Massachusetts will work with Rhode Island and Connecticut on soliciting offshore wind power. All three states are in the process of acquiring a combined 6,000 megawatts of offshore wind energy capacity. A Brookline judge on Monday ordered 2 men accused of a violent home invasion in Brookline in July to be held on $10,000 bail. The 2 men were part of a group of 4 accused of breaking into a home on Warren Street, attacking one of the residents, and stealing more than $700,000 worth of jewelry. One of the 4 is still on the run, and another is yet to be identified. Transportation officials are moving forward with plans to rebuild the Davis Path footbridge near Brookline Village and the Green Line D tracks, applying for a $14 million federal grant to help fund the project. This funding would be in addition to the $5 million bond earmark that I secured in June 2022. Brookline Public Schools have updated their COVID-19 quarantine policies for the 2023 academic year. Students who test positive are required to self-isolate for 5 days, and if symptoms improve and students are fever-free, they may return to school masked for the next 5 days. A student who is exposed to someone with COVID-19 no longer needs to quarantine. Folks, stay tuned for the flip side, where I will run a pre-recorded interview with Rebecca Ogbuku, the president of the Black and Brown Club. Stay tuned. And as I mentioned today on TV, we've got Rebecca Ogbuku, the president of the Black and Brown Club of Brookline. Rebecca, thanks for being on the show.
Thank you.
And, as always, we start by getting to know a little bit about the person on screen. So tell us about yourself. What have you been up to? Where you're from and where you're heading.
Hi. So this is me, Rebecca Ogbuku, president, Black and Brown Club. I am a mom and also a Brookline resident, a lifelong Brookline resident. I do have a kid who goes to Brookline Public School. So, and I am in to talk about the good works that we've been doing this past couple of years. And yes, and I am a strong voice for the community in the village here in Brookline, and Brookline as a town. Yes.
Well, thanks for coming on the show. Why don't we get into it? Tell folks at home a little more about the Black and Brown Club, how it started, what its goals are. Tell us about the BNBC.
Okay. So BNBC, like you know, is a nonprofit organization formed in 2022 by Black and Brown Latino community people who just have a goal of bringing racial and economic equality, equity, sorry, to the Black community in Brookline. And you know, we living here in Brookline, we see that the people of color, Black people, Brown people, Latinos are just, you know, on the poverty, like highest poverty rate. So we really like decided to come together so we can like create like a community where we have a voice, we can be heard, concerns can be laid, people can talk about their struggles, how we can grow, how we can get away at least from that poverty rate, you know, learn new things, meet people, learn about what other people in different communities are doing. So that's that. I would say, yeah, that's how we came about this club, this community that we have. So yes.
And tell me about the membership. How many people? What do you know? Is there, you probably pay a big fee just to be a member? Do a lot of push-ups, something like what's
No, so there's really nothing to it. There's no payment. There's nothing to it. There's no fee to join. There's no paperwork to be signed. None of that. None of that. Just reaching out to us. I would definitely add the our website to this interview. Just reaching out to us, send out email. That's just really about it. There's really nothing to it. It's not like a gym membership. It's really nothing. It's just we're just a community, you know. That's really about it. There's no money, there's no paperwork, there's no rules. You know, you can also be in our club too, Tommy. So it's really nothing to it, you know.
and is it? Many of the folks I know who are members live in the village. Is it specific to Brookline Village?
No, so it's not. It's just, you know, the majority of people who formed this organization are from the village. There are also people from Egmont. There are also people from the veterans. People all over Brookline. People even across the states. You know. So I mean, it's not even just for Massachusetts alone. You know, we just here, since we are here in Brookline, we just want to have, you know, give the people a voice here in Brookline, you know. So, but we are worldwide, I would say. So, yeah.
And how long has this club been existing, or at least been active in Brookline?
So for over a year now. We started last year. It was formed in 2022. And yes, and I became the president in February 2022. So that's how long we've been in operation.
Now, I'm glad that you came on the show to give viewers an opportunity to learn more about your organization. I know many people don't know you exist at all. And then others, the only sort of exposure they've had to BNBC is through the mechanics of town meeting, through there was a Warren article, and then in the run-up, there was a newsletter that was sent around. And I want to bring those up. It's sort of for some viewers, the elephant in the room, and share with folks. There was an electronic newsletter that was passed around that was aggressive, that made some people uncomfortable, certainly, and it was purported to be related to your organization. I know you know about this newsletter. Can you tell us the real scoop?
Well, to be quite honest, frankly speaking, I do not know anything about that newsletter. And like I said, none of my staffs or my team members have anything to do with that newsletter. I didn't even know that there was a link connected to it. It was even the town administrator who actually sent me a link, saying this is that and that. So I had to like really explain myself and say, well, we really totally do not have anything to do with that newsletter.
And
And
so,
I have frankly not even seen the newsletter.
so you heard about it, but what did not come.
I did hear about it. I did hear about it because I do listen to town meetings. So I did hear about the meeting, the newsletter, and also the town administrator actually told it to me via email.
And so, but it didn't come from the Black and Brown Club directly. It didn't come from you or your team at all.
No, it didn't come from me. It didn't come from any of my team members, no, or any of the leaders who I know are in Black and Brown Club. No.
Got it. Now, there was also a Warren article that the spring town meeting recently took up. And I know that has at least some relation to your organization. Can you tell us about that Warren article? Sort of what folks were thinking and walk us through it?
So basically, just like they have the women's committee, we just really wanted to have Black and Brown or people of color, our own thing. In Boston, they do have the Black Men's Club committee. I would say. It's on Google. It's not hidden. Other towns have warrant articles that have been passed for Black and Brown people. Just like the women's community, there's also the Asian thing that just came up also. So that was just it, just for us to have our own person in town government who can listen to us, hear our concerns. That was it.
So there's a council on aging, there's a commission for disabilities, there is
right,
the women's commission, and your thinking was, how about one for Black and Brown people?
Exactly. And I don't see anything wrong with that.
And so filed a Warren article, went through the process, went before the select board, advisory committee, town meeting. Where are we now? What's the status?
Well, it's been deferred after a series of meetings and presentations. We just here now waiting. I think we've fought the good fight for it, and I think we're still willing also to fight more for us to get it, because other towns have it. Why shouldn't we have it?
So it was sent to a study committee. So I would hope that folks from the NBC will be involved in tweaking the details, getting it right, so that it comes back to town meeting maybe as soon as this fall, and get a chance to get it signed into law.
The law, exactly. So I'm hopeful. I'm hopeful about it. We are hopeful.
So I look forward to hearing more about that. And of course, if I can be helpful, don't be shy.
Sure.
Okay. I want to talk about some of the other things BNBC are up to. Tell us, I know you all have all kinds of activities going around. Walk us through some of the stuff that you've been up to.
Okay, so we do have a lot of exciting things that have been going on that are still also going on. Last year we did like a help for the community, where we had like the CAF program, the cash assistance program, where we were given we gave out at least 100 low-income families $500 to assist with inflation and all that, just recovering from the pandemic. That's one of the things that we did. I would actually put the link also, so you can see our activities. Another thing we've been doing was just direct cash assistance to like families, single moms, also transportation. Also, we do have some single moms who have challenges with like transportation, so we like assist them, or maybe they don't have enough for food. we're also currently working with like the food pantry also to get food bagged out to neighbors around, not only here in the village, in the village, high street, just in this vicinity where people who are not also able to maybe go to the location for the food pantry to pick up food. We also have the aviation training program that we ran last year, that led to like FAA, flight instructors. We had like our captains also, where we were given like we gave 6 minorities a chance to like fly their first flights. I would also put the link here so you can see our beautiful programs and what we've been doing for the community. So that with like the kids, the FAA program, we also had like the holiday parties. At least we've had 4 holiday parties in the village, where at least people came around. And also I am also one of the leaders for the affordable childcare committee, where we're working on we're working to get like $1 million secured for us to get like affordable childcare here in Brookline, where we would accept vouchers. So we've been working hard to get that because childcare in Brookline is difficult. There are no vouchers, and if you're a low-income person, you're not able to afford it. It's also a wait list to get into BEEP. So that's where we are right now. And we do have future programs that will be coming up this summer. More drone FAA programs that will be running for people. So people of color, minorities, it don't matter what it is, what they are. So anyone is open to come learn. So yeah, that's what we've been. And also I'm excited for the Juneteenth celebration coming up on Monday. So yeah.
So it's coming up on Monday from when we're interviewing, but this will probably air after Juneteenth.
I know.
So for the viewers, don't get too confused.
For the viewers, right. Okay.
Juneteenth really is June 19th every year, right? And as some of our viewers know, but I'll remind them, oftentimes we film these interviews ahead of time because trying to do them live is really challenging, and trying to find times when, someone like Rebecca, who's very busy, me finding a time to sit down with her, we got to have some flexibility with that. I want to poke in on 2 things in particular. The first is acknowledging that most of the things you talked about relate directly to something very local, right? Relates to the realities of people who live in housing, of being low income, right? You talked about food and challenges in transportation, cash assistance, affordable childcare, right? So those all relate very tightly with immediate needs. You also said aviation training, FAA, and that is like, wait, what? That doesn't sound like the other things. What? Tell us more. Like of all the things, I don't think anybody would have guessed that one, right? Tell us more about where is that coming from? What's the goal? Like, how does that fit in with these other programs?
Well, how it fits in is learning a skill, becoming a pilot, something for us people of color to dive into, get more experience, get knowledge, so we like able to have jobs that we are good at. One of our members who is teaching the program, and we also who's also a pilot, and then we also have other members too who are pilots who have over 50-something years of experience teaching, who have also been teaching this classes for this kids who are willing to come on. It doesn't matter if they're kids, they're adults. We do have a couple of adults also who have been coming in to learn, to learn the drone program. Also, if you're looking into getting like your private pilot license. Yeah, we're diverse. We don't just focus on the immediate and local need. No, we are definitely worldwide and we are diverse. Yes.
So you happen to have some members with these skills, and the observation was, hey, pilots make good money. Being a pilot's a great job. And we've
Of
got
course.
young people and we've got adults living in the community who would like to have these jobs, but they gotta learn how to fly a plane.
Of course. Yeah.
Love
And
it. Love it.
the drone system is picking up now. I mean, Texas, you hear about the drone doing medication delivery. You could order medication from Walgreens and the drone is picking it up and bringing it down to your doorstep. I mean, who wouldn't like that in Brookline? I mean, come on.
I
You
love it.
know?
I love it.
Yeah.
The other one I want to dive into a little bit more closely is the affordable childcare. And you said some things and you used some language that many viewers maybe don't understand the details of. So to help some viewers at home, there is a childcare voucher program where people of low income who have young children who need care can get a voucher to get in childcare. But to my knowledge, maybe you know differently, there isn't a single provider of childcare in Brookline who
Not
accepts
at
vouchers.
all.
And unlike housing vouchers, providers aren't required to accept vouchers. And so if you need childcare so you can go to work, so you can work on your own education, so you can take care of your other responsibilities, that would mean you'd have to travel to Boston to
So
spend more
so
time
that's
traveling with your
exactly.
child, right? Which means you have less time to do these other things to improve yourself and provide for your family and take care of your family. So, what we're basically doing, we've got a system where those who have the least and need the most assistance, we make them work the hardest on things that pay nothing, right? Riding the bus with your kid for 40 minutes in each direction pays you nothing. You learn nothing. You make no money. You're not making your life any better. And the thinking is, well, what if these parents could drop their child off more close to where they live? And then they'd have more time in their lives every day to do those other things that would help make their life and their family's life better, right? That's the big idea.
Yes, you actually said it better than I did. So and yes, you hit the nail on the head right there. So that is definitely my goal. That's definitely the goal for our team. We have laid this this big picture to the town members, the Afro community. We have done our proposal. They've seen the big picture. They see that it's doable. I mean, come on, just a few weeks ago, Cambridge just offered free school for kids. I think it's 0 to 3 years old or so, free. I mean, why can't we have it in Brookline? Growing up here in Brookline, we used to have the Brookline Head Start. We used to have the Brookline Community Health Center, and we don't have those things no more. I mean, everyone has to run to either Brigham or Women's. They have to go here. They have to go here. Like, what's wrong with us having our community again and, having things work? My brothers went to, Head Starts, here in Brookline. I mean, it's changed to Beep, but, Beep is not free.
And Beep, Beep's a good program. I don't want to denigrate Beep, but
yeah, no.
but
I
Beep
love
is
Beep
not,
because my kid is there. It's a good program, but it's not free
but and it's
compared to
not,
what
and it's
people in
not,
Cambridge are doing.
and it's not 8 to 6, Monday to Friday, 52 weeks a year, like other childcare programs
Exactly.
are.
Exactly. And even when they offer you a summer program, they don't really offer a summer program. I think you have to have, some kind of, some kind of setup with them. And, and I mean, and even if you have to work, let's say you have to put in back into the community, your kid is only going to school from 8 to 12, 15.
Yeah.
How are you able to put into the community, even if you have a job in Brookline?
That's right.
So yeah, we're still back to childcare. We're still back to, we need this childcare. If people have vouchers, if people have their low income, they make a certain amount of money, and you need to come drop your child off, I'm rooting for it. I'm here for it. I want to see it happen for us here in Brookline. And yeah.
So as always, the show goes quick. We've just got a couple of minutes left. I want to hear, Rebecca, where you think advocacy around BNBC is going to be for the rest of 2023. What are the things that we should expect BNBC to really be rallying about?
Hey, the like I said, the childcare program, affordable childcare, the FAA program, just skills building, community reach out to people who are, who need the help, who don't have a voice. Hey, like I said, also the drone team, but we're that's by the way. But our FAA program, our drone program also, and then the AAC, affordable childcare, that's the two big things we're really like rooting for this year. And I hope it continues and we make a big stain in the town of Brookline for it.
And we want to make sure we're pointing folks to your website, blackandbrownclub.com.
Yes. I'm gonna put the link here. So I think once you air out, you could post the links too.
Yeah, we will. And again, it's Black, BLACK, the letter N, Brown,
yes.
ROWNCLUB club.com. And if you go to that website, you can find links to history and the other programs, some photos, and you can also sign up so that when the Black and Brown Club does send out emails and let you know about events, you can hear about those.
Yes. That's it. You said it all for us.
Well, I do this every week, so I've gotten good at it.
And I didn't have a chance to come to the State House when the Black and Brown Club members came, because I had my two little ones. So
you could have brought them along. It was fun.
I could have. I know I could have. I hope I have a chance next time.
I'm sure the Black and Brown Club will come to the State House again. We had a great time.
Yes, I'm looking forward to it.
Well, listen, Rebecca Ogbuku, president of the Black and Brown Club, thanks for appearing on Brookline Interactive Group today. And viewers, thanks for watching TV on TV.
Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you so much for watching, and come with us, come listen to us. Black and Brown Club president here from Brookline. Thank you.
Have a great day, everyone.
Roger.